Hey, how's it going everyone? It's been a while since I shared some game news and here are my top picks for today. Ranking number 1 on my list has to be PewDiePie completing Elden Ring with 0 deaths actually. If you follow PewDiePie, you would know about his history of trying to complete games with 0 deaths. And of course he chooses the hardest of them. In his latest almost 1 hour long video, he explains every step he took to finish the game without dying once. He was very thorough with his explanation and I honestly loved how he went out of his way to make this video. PewDiePie has been off the gaming scene for a while now, but with this video, I know for sure he still enjoys games even though we see less of his gameplays. So yeah, PewDiePie did actually complete Elden Ring with 0 deaths like a badass. For spot number 2 on this list, I'm gonna have to go with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Reboot. Now, it has been actually officially confirmed by Activision Blizzard, and they have announced that Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is the next title in the franchise, surprising nobody, especially considering that the company had previously revealed that this year's Call of Duty would be a sequel to the 2019 Call of Duty. A new teaser dropped on Twitter today revealed not just the title, but the logo for the sequel too. As you can see, there's really not much to glean from it. It sounds very Modern Warfare-y and looks like it too, but it doesn't reveal much about the actual game or its gameplay. Perhaps there's something to be made out of the muddled voices playing during the trailer, but it's likely that this teaser is just setting the stage for a bigger reveal in the coming weeks or months. Call of Duty account that tweeted out the teaser does say, "The new era of Call of Duty is coming," so perhaps the company believes this game will shake up the franchise in a big way. It wouldn't be surprising because Infinity Ward's 2019 Modern Warfare Reboot did just that for the series, especially in its rollout a few months before Call of Duty Warzone. Plus, 2019's Modern Warfare is still regarded by many as the best Call of Duty in recent years. With Infinity Ward working on Modern Warfare 2, fans are likely excited to see what the sequel looks like. Sadly, there's no telling when the next look will be, but if it's like Call of Duty reveals in years past, we could be weeks or even days away. Only time will tell for sure. For spot number 3 on this list, it has to be Final Fantasy XVI. Now, I just noticed that their producer, Naoki Yoshida, says the game is near the end of development. Final Fantasy XVI is nearing the end of development according to its producer, but still there's no word on a release date for the RPG. Oddly enough, Yoshida's reveal about the development of Final Fantasy XVI doesn't come by way of any usual channels like Twitter, a press release, or a development update video. Instead, it comes by way of a new Yoshida interview in a free magazine, currently being given away at Uniqlo stores in Japan, as discovered by Twitter user Ulrich_FF14 and translated by Video Games Chronicle. The free magazine is meant to tie in with a collaboration between Uniqlo and Square Enix, in which Uniqlo is selling 16 different t-shirts, each based on one of the 16 mainline Final Fantasy games. Development of the latest title, Final Fantasy XVI, is in its final stages, Yoshida says in the magazine. Final Fantasy XVI aims to integrate the story and the gaming experience into a single-player game. Unlike Online, which portrays multiple players simultaneously, Final Fantasy XVI focuses on the individual. This makes the story more immersive. It's a very dense story. As an adult, I learned about society and said to myself, reality is not as easy as a video game. I hope that those who once left Final Fantasy will remember how exciting their passion for video games was back then. As noted by VGC, Yoshida said in October of last year that Square Enix was nearing the final stages of development, and during a Tokyo Game Show livestream earlier that year, he said that Final Fantasy XVI's development team was working on finalizing the final side quests for the game. In December of 2021, Yoshida said Final Fantasy XVI news would be coming in spring of 2022. That news still hasn't come yet, unless this free magazine is what he was referring to. But last month, a new Final Fantasy 35th anniversary website was launched, and it teases that we could be getting information on upcoming titles soon. For spot number 4 on this list, I'm gonna have to go with Prince of Persia. You most probably heard about a Sands of Time remake. Ubisoft did post and they did state that the game is changing developers. The Prince of Persia The Sands of Time remake has undergone a major change. Ubisoft confirmed today that development has shifted to Ubisoft Montreal, the original creators of the Sands of Time series. Previously, Ubisoft Pune and Ubisoft Mumbai were developing the title. The developers at Ubisoft Montreal will, quote, take the time they need to regroup on the scope of the game, end quote, in an effort to produce the best experience possible. As for when the game will launch, Ubisoft said it'll debut when it's ready. Ubisoft did tweet the following: "We want to thank you all for the continuous support and patience throughout the development." Ubisoft's statement goes on, "Rest assured that we will update you on the progress in a future update. Whether or not the remake is being rebooted, or if Ubisoft Montreal will continue working on what was already done, is unknown." Officially revealed during the September 2020 Ubisoft Forward event, the Prince of Persia remake's initial January 2021 launch date was delayed to March 2021. 2 months later, Ubisoft would announce that the game had been delayed to an unspecified unspecified date in the future, so that the visuals, combat, and a new targeting system could be further refined for its PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X or S launch. In October 2021, Ubisoft announced that the Sands of Time remake will launch sometime in 2022 or even 2023, but whether or not this shift in development teams impacts the projected release date is unknown. Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time originally released for PS2, Xbox, and GameCube back in 2003. The game was met with widespread critical acclaim at the time. GameSpot even scored it 9 out of 10 in their original Sands of Time review. Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time is a game that can be recommended wholeheartedly, they wrote. It looks fantastic and features responsive controls, some original play mechanics, a good story, and plenty of thrilling adventure. In simplest terms, do not miss out on this game. For spot number 5 on this list, I did just check out this news. It's Elden Ring, and modders added Darth Vader to it. Darth Vader may be all-powerful in Star Wars universe, but how does he fare in the land between? You can now find out with a mod that sees your tarnish transformed into this famous Star Wars character. Modders DRS32 and Accelerate work together to bring the Sith Lord into the world of Elden Ring, and the finished result is certainly impressive. Darth Vader's black suit, cape, and helmet have all been faithfully recreated to make your tarnish look every inch like the iconic villain. As well as the Darth Vader look, there's also a lightsaber mod, also created by Accelerate. This mod lets you tackle the foes of the lands between using the signature weapon. Pair this with Darth Vader's attire, and you've got the ultimate Elden Ring Star Wars crossover. YouTube user LolMet2ice combined these two mods and opted to pit Darth Vader against Elden Ring's first major boss, Godric the Grafted. And as anyone who's fought the ruler of the Stormale Castle will know, he's no pushover. But the force is strong with Vader, and he defeated the fearsome foe with just a few swings of the lightsaber. Additionally, Accelerate has created a double-bladed lightsaber, available in 6 colors. This replaces Elden Ring's Godskin Peeler Twin Blade, and the modder isn't finished with Star Wars yet. They're now working on a Darth Maul skin, which they plan to release soon. Elden Ring has one of the toughest finales of any Souls game, with a final stretch that makes the first 100 hours look like a vacation. Well, this is it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, get subscribed for more, leave me a comment or something if you have any ideas on mind, and I'll see you tomorrow with a new video. Enjoy.